There's Caveman Trophy, Basic Trophy, Fluence Trophy. Tottenham struggle to speak Caveman Trophy. Kane needs to understand this. When you break Shearer's Premier League record, the only people that will care about this is King Charlie, Katie, Sophie, Beatrix, and Thelma. Karma. Yeah, no, I'll start there. You see, for me, anybody who knows me knows that I'm extremely petty. That's one thing. I'm extremely shameless. That's another thing. Another big thing is you will not find a bigger Mourinho supporter than me. You won't. Like, it's impossible. There is nobody on planet Earth who is a bigger supporter of Mourinho than myself. You know, me and Mourinho were like fucking this, man. So, karma. Karma because a clown, which reminds me, I need to do a few inductions. A clown named Levy, a man who got a team to a cup final, did not allow said man to play said cup final. Guys, I believe in karma. I believe in footballing karma. Just as what has happened with Cristiano and so forth, with regards to that interview, it's the same thing that is happening to Levy and Tottenham with what they did to Mourinho. But let's just put my personal grievance aside. And let's look at this Tottenham situation we have here. Tottenham is a very weird case because I think it was Yassir asked on the last show that, is Tottenham a big club? Now, how do we define a big club? My definition of a big club is trophies. You've got to speak at the very least basic trophy. At the very least. To be a big club, you've actually got to speak fluent trophy. You've got to be well vested in trophy. Like, basic trophy isn't enough to be, because of a big club. No, basic trophy you can consider to be a big club. Considered but you may fail. To really be a big club, you've got to speak fluent trophy. Tottenham can't even get the first words out. If Tottenham is trying to speak trophy like mama, papa, yoko, kiki, heo, mama, papa, that's it. Like, they can hardly get the first words out. So they're struggling to speak caveman trophy. Actually, there's caveman trophy, basic trophy, fluence trophy. Tottenham struggle to speak caveman trophy. So that's how deep this whole thing goes. So in my definition, that's not a big club. But then, when I was working for a news channel, you know, we had to go through different stadiums and so forth and just do like a piece about sports just outside the football stadium. And so one time we went to, so me and my camera guy went to Tottenham Stadium. And this was the first time I went to the stadium. So we didn't go on the inside, we went on the outside. But just even, because we've all seen what it looks like on the inside. But just looking at it on the outside, like, it looks like if you watch Star Trek, it looks like the Star Trek Enterprise. It looks like a spaceship. It looks like a freighter. If you guys are well versed with Spurs, it looks like a freaking freighter. Like a freighter cargo thing for holding ships and so forth. It's like a nuclear device. I'm like, this thing is mad. And then when you research, they say it is the first truly modern stadium. As in, there is no stadium that has more modern facilities or more modern infrastructure than that stadium. So it's crazy. So when you know that every stadium like that is that advanced, then people will say, so look at the stadium, you look at the fan base. Okay. But then Gatlock went at an interesting point. So Gatlock said that he only knew that Tottenham were a big deal when he came to England from Nigeria. See, growing up, Tottenham were just always there. So remember the days of Les Ferdinand, and remember the days, probably their best ever player was Ginola. So from me, when Tottenham were, I would say, a team where you were like, okay. It was when they had Les Ferdinand and when they had Ginola. Those are probably, in my opinion, okay, apart from Modric and Bale, two of the best players. But I can't put Tottenham in the same category as Arsenal, as Liverpool, as Chelsea, as Man United. So for me, are Tottenham really a bigger club than Newcastle? Because when you look at Newcastle's fan base, when you look at the kind of players that Newcastle have had, I think Ferdinand was at Newcastle. I think Ginola was at Newcastle. The players they've had, Shearer as well. Can I put them above Newcastle? So, but this is the issue that we have here. If you have a stadium like that, and we know that you can spend the kind of money that you just spent on that freaking stadium, and we know that, just look at Enzo. So we know that it's now a money game. A top player will leave a pretty good club and come and join a Premier League club because they're going to get paid more. And as of right now, if you're playing for a club right now, it's not really about, okay, winning trophies is cool, but if I can get paid, that's what I'm about. So for Enzo, his heart and soul is with Argentina. So get that World Cups, the Copa Americas. As far as club football goes, yeah, he'd like to win a UCL league, but really it's about, let me get paid, because I'm in a very privileged position to really provide for myself, my family, my friends, my community, and generations before. This is about generational wealth. So for Tom, there is no excuse to not build a team that can go ahead and try to win a trophy and get a Dubinsky, because it's inexcusable. So let's not come into this whole situation here, because it's a triumvirate that we have to deal with here. It is Kane, it is Conte, it is Levy. I'll leave Levy till last. Conte. Conte is a league merchant. So there's a stat going around that says that he hasn't won a UCL knockout game since 2013. So I believe Obama was still president then. I think he was still president. So he's not won a game since 2013. He's not won a UCL knockout game since 2013. Now that is wild beyond belief. That is wild beyond belief. Conte's record in Europe is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. But the facts speak for itself. If you're hiring Conte, either he wins that league in the first or second season, or he's useless. He is garbage in Europe, as we've seen with Simone Inzaghi. Because, bro, Simone Inzaghi has already surpassed him. With what Simone Inzaghi did to get through a group that had Barca and Bayern, I dare Simone Inzaghi to beat FC Porto and go through to the next round. Because remember, it's only 1-0. So, yeah, sorry. I think Inter had 1-0. Yes, they are. Yes, because I think it was Otavio who got sent off. Yeah, Inter had 1-0. So I dare Simone Inzaghi to make it Inter go through, and they've got a great chance. So I'm actually really looking forward to that game actually. So he's useless. So, but this is just because the thing is, they said that Potter, I believe, has either won. I think they said Potter's either won more or he has equaled the amount of UCL knockouts games that Conte has won. So that stats was out there. We're like, bro, you're at home. It's only 1-0 down. It's a Milan side out of confidence. It's a Milan side who've been horrible in form, bro. And then you go and put at that, bro. Milan had more attempts on and off targets than Tottenham did. Disgusting. And they're saying, we'll get to Kane. So for Conte, it is what it is.
Eden, no, you cannot eat this.
Either he wins you the league or a trophy in the first 2 seasons, or it's over. By the time third and fourth season, he's become useless unless you're cannibalizing the league in a Serie like Juve did. So was Conte the right man for Tottenham to hire? Yes, if you give him all of his players. Because and my thing that did Conte get all of his players, we don't know. But for me, with Conte, I don't want to hear that crap. Because for Conte, your ridiculous, offensively garbage performance in Europe is inexcusable. It's inexcusable. And the fact that you went out to a Milan side badly out of form without scoring a single goal when you have one of the best goal scorers in the world in your team, one of the best goal scorers in your team, a guy that people say is world class, and over 180 minutes against a Milan side who are badly out of form and a Milan defense who are very, very young, you're unable to score a single goal over 180 minutes. That is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Kane needs to understand this. When you break Shearer's Premier League record, the only people that will care about this is King Charlie, Katie, Sophie, Beatrix, and Thelma. So Princess Thelma, Princess Louise, King Jeremiah, King Bartholomew, Charles, those are the only guys that will give it down by you breaking Shearer's record. The world, the globe, that little circle thing with that's green and blue, with loads of blue and some green. The world would not give a freaking damn. Shearer's not a big deal because of that EPL record. Shearer's a big deal because he was a damn amazing striker and he helped Blackburn Rovers to a Premier League title. Shearer's big thing was what he did for Blackburn. It's not about him. See, that whole record thing, that's just for England. Shearer's a big because he was a damn amazing striker but specifically he won that Premier League trophy for Blackburn. That was the key thing. So for Kane, you've got to realize that if you remain at Tottenham, you're never winning a trophy. And as we've learned with Mbappe, don't be sold on this BS of like, man, imagine if you stay and imagine what it would mean if you win Tottenham that trophy and how they'll build a statue of you. As we've seen from Mbappe, that's a part of BS. I'm telling you right now, just as PSG are never winning the UCL, Tottenham are never winning a trophy anytime soon. Maybe they'll win a trophy the next 5-6 years, but no, sorry, maybe they'll win a trophy in the next 20 years. In the next 5 or 6 years, specifically with the way football is going and with Newcastle now emerging and with Brighton doing what they're doing and Pep still not going anywhere, you're not winning anything. You're not. So for Kane, you have to, because I dare Kane to sign a contract extension. His contract runs out next year, 2024. I dare him to sign a contract extension. I dare him. Because for Kane, it's about trophies. That's the name of the game. No one cares about records. Records are garbage. No one cares. See, for someone like a Cristiano and Messi, records is the icing on the cake. But Messi can show you his World Cup, his Copa America, his UCLs. Cristiano can show you his Euros and all of his UCLs and all of his league titles and UCLs with 2 different teams. So the records he has, that's just the icing on the cake. But Cristiano but their bread and butter are their trophies. Mbappe can show you his World Cup. So the bread and butter are of anything is trophies. Kane, you cannot look Benzema, Jaws, or Lewandowski in the eye because Jaws has his Copa America, has his treble, and UCL and league titles. Lewandowski has his treble and his league titles as well. And of course the UCL. Benzema has his freaking UCLs and his league titles as well. So those guys, they have their trophies. If you don't have a trophy, you're not allowed in the room. You wait out in the back in the cold, and when the club is finished, we then say to go piss off. Go somewhere else. So you don't get even considered to be in the same existence as strikers of the generation without a trophy. No. Bro, I say that's how it works. So don't you dare put Kane in. I don't say, oh, his talent and his girls and everything. He's got so many girls. No, I don't. No one cares. No one cares. So for Kane, either you push for that move to United, or Bayern, or forever remain a stat padding loser. Because if you remain at Tottenham, you will be seen as nothing more than a stat padding loser. These are just the facts of the matter. Levy. Levy is a businessman. Levy ain't no chic man, so he ain't no Abramovich. Levy doesn't care about what Tottenham do on the pitch. Levy's obsession is, how can I make this a business? How can I? So he isn't in this for like, okay, how can I do to invest to try to win trophies and so forth? See, with Sheikh Mansour and Abramovich, their thing is, what do I need to spend for us to win a trophy? What is, because my main thing is that I want to see my team win and win trophies. Levy's main thing isn't seeing Tottenham win trophies. His main thing is what keeps Levy up at night, what he's obsessed about is, okay, how can I get this new stadium? And how can I now lease the stadium to the NFL? How can I lease the stadium to the F1? How can I now charge people extortionate prices for tickets so that I can now use the profits to now increase the business? He's all about business. He's a businessman. And that is the sad thing. His heart and soul isn't about, yes, it's a business, but I want to win. Abramovich, that it's still a business. I still won't, but it's still a business that I need to be aware of. Sheikh Mansour is a business I need to be aware of. But Abramovich, my heart and soul is with trying to see Chelsea win trophies. Sheikh Mansour, my heart and soul is trying to see City win trophies. Levy, my heart and soul is for business. His heart and soul is for business. So these are the facts of the matter. The heart and soul is for business, man. So as long as Levy remains the chairman, owner, whatever of Tottenham are not going to go anywhere. Because look, of course it's hard to win anything and so forth, but I'm sorry. the money's there. And if Chelsea can entice an Enzo because of money, Tottenham can entice lots of top players because of money. Because right now, it's not about, okay, but what's the stage of the club? If you say that we can pay you 200,000 a week, 180,000 a week, that top player will be like, I'm sorry, I'm leaving Ajax. I'm leaving Benfica. I'm leaving PSV. I'm leaving Fluminense, Flamengo, Palmeiras. I'm leaving River Plate. I'm leaving Boca Juniors because this is about money. Okay? This is like for club football and players, they're mercenaries. And it's fine, they're max. Because that's the name of the freaking game. You know? So look, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Sad, man. Sad situation, man. Sad situation with these clowns, man.